of Can, Paras Khatka.
Certainly am, Mikhail. Thank you so much. The Secretary of the Cricket Association of Nepal, Paras Khatka. Paras, it's probably going to be hard for you to sum up your emotions. You must be incredibly proud.
I mean, it's just been unbelievable. Just look at the crowd today. We've had hundreds of calls since yesterday, from the bureaucracy to right perspectives in terms of the fact that Nepal now needs a proper cricket stadium. It's so difficult for us to manage everything right now. But having said that, the most important part here is that Nepal cricket's won. I think this tournament has somehow put us on a global, with limited resources at our end. We have managed to make a mark.
Yeah, there's no doubt in terms of as a first season, it could not have been more successful. I think if anything, you're under-exaggerating. It was thousands of people making those requests. I've got a stat for you. There's only one other league in the history of franchise cricket that has a one-run win, a one-wicket win and a super over in its first season. That was the IPL. There are some shades, aren't there, of what went on south of the border in its first year here in Nepal.
Our biggest...
This could be a chance. I'm just going to cut you off, Paras. As long off comes in and drops the catch. Big moment in the match. Safe save put down on 64. Coming back to you, Paras. Go on.
No, I mean, see, it all comes down to the kind of ideas and dreams we put up in place. I think Cricket Association of Nepal, along with the governing council and everybody behind the scene, there's been so much of hard work. Even for me, we're on the final day. I've hardly had time to watch a cricket match because you just have to take care of everybody around it. But everyone's put in a lot of effort, and I mean, comparisons are fine, but we're a young cricketing nation with big dreams. So all of these things will take place as long as the cricket is taken care of.
Ball coming down towards us. Jimmy Neesham does the fielding. You must be so proud of something that we've seen here before, these massive crowds, the fanaticism for cricket, but that's always been for the national team. You think of March 16th, May 1st, May 2nd last year. This is for domestic cricket here in Nepal. Did you truly believe it could be this successful?
It has gone beyond our expectations, honestly, and also the love for the game. I can proudly say that now cricket has reached the grassroots in terms of viewership and ownership. Each region is being represented and everyone's in it for their own team. That's the kind of support that...
Hammered away, fielder out there. Not quite going to get there. There's something happening every ball here, Paras.
See now, I mean, it's 11.4, and with 10 wickets in hand, you expect fireworks every single ball. See, the kind of reception that the people have taken up to this league and to the ownership of the teams has been simply phenomenal. And hopefully, with the kind of expectations that we have been able to generate from year one, in the coming years, with a better infrastructure stadium, maybe cricket under floodlights, I'm speechless.
Can I ask you about the years to come? I know you can't even really probably think about that just yet, but maybe not just here in Kathmandu. Is there a future where the Nepal Premier League expands outside of the valley?
Absolutely. There have been a lot of investments that are coming in various places inside the country. In 3-4 years, we could go do a home and away matches between. We may not have 8 grounds and stadiums straight away, but even if it comes down to 3 or 4 stadiums come 3rd, 4th year, it'll set a benchmark for what cricket is and what sport can do to a country. And we can see for a fact that the country is united by one sport, everybody under an umbrella. And Cricket Association Nepal is trying its best to, decentralize the sport. So I hope in the coming years we can go all over the country.
Hammered down to long on, taken. The first wicket finally falls. Safe save's gone for 69. Up to the commentary box.
Here finally a break here for the Janakpur bowls, and Zeb, after a very fine innings, departs as Kishore Mahato strikes. Much needed wicket here for the bowls. They've been playing catch up, they've been on the back foot, they've been quiet.
Much needed is an understatement here. Finally a catch is held on. He was trying to go down the ground, didn't have the distance this time, and this is a well judged catch, well taken by Lalit Rajabanshi. The first one finally falls. It's Saif Ali Zaid gone for 69 off 43. And the Royals are 117 for 1. We're going to go right back down to Andrew Leonard.
Yeah, thank you, Manali. There's something happening every single ball. Paras, there must be a huge number of people to thank, the franchise owners, the sponsors, your own staff at the Cricket Association of Nepal, volunteers, those ground staff here at the TU as well.
I mean, it might take at least 10 minutes for me to thank each and everyone, but having said that, it's the vision of the Cricket Association of Nepal with the governing council, our office management, the most important people, I would say the sponsors and the team owners. The team owners were very clear of the fact that initial years, the investments that they're making may not get fruitful results straight away, especially from a financial perspective. But the kind of interest that we have seen over the last 3 weeks, every corporate, every brand, every person who knows cricket now wants to become part of the Nepal Premier League, which is I would say the biggest win that we have come out of this tournament. Moving forward, like I said, sports is entertainment. Nepal cricket over the last 25 years that I have been involved with as a cricketer and now as an administrator, there's so much that we need to give back to our fans. The fans have been our biggest stakeholders with infrastructure being built, with better investments coming in. I feel this sport could ignite a very big economic industry, which is going to help a young Nepali dream of achieving the impossible. And also, most importantly, the most important factor is that cricket and sports can now become a viable industry where the youths can get into it and earn a livelihood for themselves. And it's not just the cricketers, it's the whole ecosystem of caterers to advertisement businesses to volunteers to social media to everybody involved in this ecosystem.
Lalit Rajbanshi back into the attack here. There's no doubt that this country is starting to really realise its potential, and this Nepal Premier League and the exploits of the national teams, the cricketers are really doing that. We haven't spoken much about the cricket because there's so much to making the league happen. What about the cricket on the field, particularly the Nepal players? There's been some real standouts, the likes of Rohit Paudel, Rijan Dakal. We see Lalit Rajbanshi, the joint leading wicket taker. You must be really proud, haven't even mentioned Dipendra Singh Airi yet, as to how the local players are performing against some of the best in the world.
See, this is the platform that a cricketer yearns for. Some of our cricketers have really set a benchmark, like Captain Rohit Paudel, Dipendra Singh Airi, even youngsters like Bipin Sharma, who's come through the ranks. And now you can see that with a platform like this, the talent will then get the potential platform to express themselves. I have always believed the fact that there are more talented cricketers in this country. But a tournament like this, where around 85, 90 cricketers from Nepal, so the best cricketers have been, some of them have come through the talent hunt. And the most important thing is cricket has become a household name. Cricket is a winner. And for all of our cricketers who played this tournament, the ultimate dream is to go on to represent Nepal and make sure Nepal wins every tournament we play. The benchmark has been set. Hopefully we can keep up the momentum and keep building up from here.
Just a quick final question. You talk about those halcyon days, March 16th last year, a day that anyone who is here will never forget. No one's going to forget today, are they? But what are you proudest of across the whole event?
I think it's just been tremendous work from everybody involved. The whole cricketing fraternity who's part of Nepal.
Bowled him. We have a second wicket. And Paris, we're going to thank you, wish you well, and go back upstairs to the commentary box.
Yeah, good passage of play here for the bowls. They've just found an opening, and it's also the ultraviolet ballistic moment of the day. Rajbanshi has always amongst wickets.
This is a big moment, Dari. Into the stumps, and now both openers are back in the pavilion. This momentum could be time. Going deep in his crease, nowhere close to the ball. And Lalit Rajbanshi finds the gap. He's batted well, Vinod Bhandari, but he goes for 41 off 31. The Royals are 117 for 2.
The new batter at the crease, jersey number 27,
Yeah, 2 wickets to fall on the same score of 117. Bit of a mini comeback here for the bowls. Certainly you can sense that they're feeling the energy now. They looked a little jaded in the field. Harmeet Singh walks out. He's always got a promotion with the bat. He's been a superstar with the ball, but he's not had a great outing. Just 14 runs and a best of 13. Now he can certainly wide range of shots. Will it be today? He's up against Rajbanshi.
Hello.
Gets off the mark as well. And what a lovely chat with the Secretary of the Cricket Association of Nepal, Paras Khatka. He should pride over this moment, Manali. He can savor it. It's been a very, very successful and a runaway hit across the global cricketing globe.
It's been quite a standout here in Nepal Premier League, and he really is an anchor to all of that. Got Brandon McMullen out in the middle, a best of 53. He's got 187 runs so far, not a bad strike rate. But these two batters are now practically starting from zero. And Lalit Rajabanshi, who's been so consistent so far for the Bolts, gets a breakthrough. 1 for 5 in his 2.4 overs. He has bowled well today, Rajabanshi.
All through the tournament, should I say. Nicely using the pace. Good fielding as well. Both the batters are off the mark.
Saif Ali Zaid, a little bit earlier, tried to go down the ground, didn't get the distance, and a very well judged catch. And look who it is taking the catch. Lalit Rajabanshi. He's played a good hand so far in this game. 1 wicket, 1 catch, and he's held down that one end. Just the 6 runs coming off of his spell so far.
Yeah, looking to go big over here. Harmeet Singh, he's been sent out with a message. And he'll push for the second. They'll get a couple of runs here. Another very good over by Rajbanshi. Yeah, he's conceded only 8 runs in his 3 overs so far. 4 runs coming off this, 121 for 2. What happened the last time these two sides met? In the very first encounter, that was match number 18, and the Janakpur Bolts will want to forget and erase that memory, because chasing a mere 123, they were bowled out for 51. The Royals won that by a huge margin of 72 runs, thereby also boosting their net run rate. Vinod has enjoyed playing against the Janakpur Bolts, and today as well he got 41 with the bat. That partnership of 117 with Zeb. A bit of mystery now with Malla in the middle.
That's sort of been the story for the Bolts, hasn't it? The batting just hasn't clicked for them. And when your batting combinations don't click, when you don't get your batters to transition from those starts to get the bigger scores, it's hard. It's really hard for your bowlers. This, the second wicket of Vinod Bhandari. Lalit Rajabanshi bowls a gem. Vinod Bhandari tries to go deep in his crease. It's right through the gap.
Yeah, he kept it slower through the air this time, just closing the face of the bat. Vinod Bhandari playing all over it. Yeah, but he's done his job. What a partnership, 117. Yeah, just picks it between mid-wicket and long on. Get a couple of runs. Now the Janakpur Bolts have lost 3 games this season and have lost 2 games versus the Royals and 1 versus the Chitwan Rhinos as well. And there he is, Vinod Bhandari. What an innings he played. 41 and 31. 58 in the last game, unbeaten against the same team.
Kind of plays on your mind, doesn't it? You know you've lost to this side twice before. One of them was a big loss, 51 all out with the bat. And surely they're thinking, we have to back ourselves today, but it's not been a start that you can back yourself with. The bowling's gone all over the park. They're still going at 9 runs and over. And you feel maybe this is the point in time when they can just pull it back. As this one slapped through the offside. That momentum, they just now need to start to switch to the Bolt side, but that's if they do the right things and put the pressure on these two batters.
And just looking at the cricket they've played in the last couple of days as well, Monali. They played their last league game. Take a look at this. Sliced. It was in the air, but wide of the fielder at backward point. Back live. Over the bowler's head. Into the side screen as well. McMullen with long levers. Frees his arms and gets plenty of bat on it. What a way to end over number 14. 12 runs coming off it. 133 for 2.
Taking was down to the question rise. They are now 133.
Are we looking at the first 200 plus score in NPL Season 1, and will it be the final that we will see the 200 run mark being breached as well? Possibilities, that's because the manner in which they are going, they can well and truly go past. Look at those projected scores.
Those are some scary projected scores from a Bolts perspective. Especially when the batting's not clicked.
Yeah, from the Bolts perspective, it's scary. What about the Royals perspective, Monali?
See, the Royals have come in with so much confidence here, and why not? They've picked up win after win. They've come in so consistently with bat and ball in every single game, and they've dominated. So you would feel that they're coming in with a sense of confidence. They're playing with that sense of confidence. I mean, you don't have a start the way they have here if you're not confident of the way you are playing.
Absolutely. What a view. Wow. Sight to behold. All this breathtaking as well. Our drone has worked overtime and given us some of the most sensational views. Yeah, he's got a lot of bat on this one. It's more like a no-look shot from Harmeet Singh, and that's out of here as well. That's the Siddharth Bang maximum. He gets the promotion once again, and he repays the faith with a wonderful strike.
Oh, Mohsen, a little too leg side. That's a free hit. Asking to be hit away. And Harmeet Singh's not going to miss many of those. Swinging into the leg side. The fielder might have thought he's in contention for a very short time. And then he watches it sail over his head for a 6.
And out of nowhere, in no time, this partnership is worth 24 and 13 for the third wicket. And they've been on a leather hunt. Yeah, we talk about that breathtaking view once again.
Talk about the breathtaking view. Have you been out at all? Every time I've asked you to go and explore, you've said, no, I'm too tired.
I'm just too immersed in the cricket, Monali.
When you're not on the field.
Yeah, I'm just too immersed in the way the game has been played. And yeah, I have gone a couple of places. In fact, I've had the good fortune of seeing some very, very beautiful scenic views as well. There it is. Talk about it. You don't need to go anywhere when a drone is getting you such lovely visuals. That's the beauty of Nepal.
Oh, this is another one. It's another one. Tried to slap it through the offside. And straight into the hands. It's Harmeet Singh again. Cannot go on to get a big score. And Mohsen picks up a wicket to his name.
That a short and wide. He sliced this one. Had 4 written all over, but a very good catch. Not easy. Sher Malla there. He had to time the jump to perfection, and he had to catch it ahead of him. Harmeet departs for 14, and this partnership of 26 has been broken. It's 143 for 3 after 15.
Well, just wait till you hear this noise here. The Tiger to the crease and greeted with the customary roar. He's had a wonderful tournament, hasn't he? He's a cricketer that continues to grow in stature and in quality. And he's very much in the mix for the player of the tournament, but to get that result and to get his hands on the trophy, he's got a big innings to play here and work to do with the ball. And when he captains and fields in the second innings, he joins Brandon McMullen The risk to throw Harmeet up to number 4. They might think as though it's worked. 14 off 8. As Nisham will return for his 3rd. Beautifully played, but very well fielded as well. And look at Dipendra Singh Ari. He jogs too. That's how quick he is. As I welcome HD Ackerman.
In the perfect 15 overs, you would think, for the Royals. The wonderful opening stand. And yet the risk which some may frown at, me being one of them, when Harmeet Singh walked to the wicket, but he did his job. He came in and had to get on with things or get out. He did. Now the 2 big men are at the crease.
I suspect there'll be a roar of anticipation as the Tiger will come on to strike for the first time. This is the wicket. Well bowled, Mohammed Mohsin, hidden away a long way outside the off stump, outside the hitting arc, and an excellent catch from a young man who has a big future. I promise you that, Hilton. Hemant Dami, we barely got to see him this tournament, but he's a fine fast bowler. He comes on as a sub and he has his moment.
Not an easy catch. Now, clever from Mohsin. The old googly away from the left-hander.
Fast hands will allow Irie to get off the mark with a couple. He just forces the fumble, forces the error. He wants a 3rd, but McMullen has ended up on his backside. You cannot take your eyes off the entire playing oval when he's out there.
Well, from a fielding perspective, the first job is to get to the ball as quickly as possible. The next job is to get it clean in the hands. But while he's running between the wickets, the outfielder often just looks up a little bit and then up, and the fumble is more than enough for him to get through for 2.
Irie wants 2 again here, but McMullen says no. There's a bit of niggle, not just between these 2 sides. It's going around social media as El Clasico, but between these 2 men, Irie and Nisham. Remember, when Irie dismissed him in the group stages, out came the somersault. And I can promise you, I'm not going to call Jimmy Nisham an elephant, but he's not forgotten that. Well, as we heard from Paris Kadkar, thanks to all our sponsors, including Ultraviolet. That's the F77, imagined at the intersection of design and technology. Really beautiful bike. I was on the back of one of those this morning. Only way to get here when the traffic's as heavy as it is. Just wonder what might happen if Nisham somehow got Dipendra out here. Bowled him. It's just clipped the bail. It's not Irie, it's not the one he wanted, but it's another big one as Brandon McMullen gets to double figures for the umpteenth time in this tournament and gets out.
Just a length with a little bit of zip, maybe a touch movement back into the right-hander. McMullen's looking to go downtown, and Nisham has one. That's a very big wicket at a critical stage in the match, because if this man had batted through, well, 200 is definitely on the cards. He goes for 14. Maybe, just maybe, the Bolts are scrapping back. 149 for 4.
And final. Amazing to think of his bowling figures as the 150 comes up against the carnage of the rest of them, HD.
Yeah, 1 for 9. That single bringing up the 150. I am a little bit surprised about Ishpande not coming in here. Forget the left hand, well, not forget the left hand, right hand combination. It's a very good point. But the fact that Dipendra Singh Ari at the beginning of his innings relies heavily on between the wickets running, quick stuff, quick signals. I'm not sure he's going to get the same response from Kugalan as he would from Pandey. But Kugalan is sent in all out attack.
He gets off the mark immediately. This was a good piece of bowling, wasn't it, from Jimmy Neesham, the final ball of the previous over. Just the one bail it kissed.
Yeah, hard length. Hard length. Sometimes the old test length is still the best. Not all the time, though, because you can disappear over mid-wicket. But on that occasion, perfect.
Shot you don't see too often from Dipendra Singh Ari, purely because of where the fielders are. I've no doubt that Ari wants 3. He's almost willing Kugalan to come with him. And he does just about get there. As Sharmala holds his arm after the throw.
It's a shot that can be utilised just to manipulate the field to the way you want it to be set as a batter. So you play the little lap. Now what inevitably happens is they can bring the deep square leg finer, or they move someone across from the offside into that position at short 45, and it just opens up another scoring area for you.
Good check of the stroke from Kugalan because he didn't get there. Yeah, I spoke to Scott Kugalan about one of the more controversial aspects or incidents that we've seen in the tournament when Ishan Pandey was retired, and he actually said he felt really bad about it. And then he watched back the coverage and he said, I know you and HD were spraying me to the heavens and I deserved it because I don't know whether it was the right thing to do. They asked me to go in and have a wind, and then I just couldn't get a hold of one. Ended up, I think, with 3 or 4 or something like that. That was Ishan Pandey being retired out.
Well, I'd certainly never blame Scott Kugalan for going in. He didn't grab the coach by the scruff of the neck and say, send me in. Right, when he came down the wicket the last time to Rajbansi, I actually think he just cramped himself a little bit for room. He wants a little bit of freedom to be able to swing those arms through the ball. This is a big delivery here.
Oh, quite beautifully bowled. The tournament's leading wicket taker for a reason has finished maybe his best 4-over set of the tournament. 1 for 15 for him. It's 156 for 4. Now, something we all missed just the last ball of the previous over. At a very late stage, we were already offering the over break. Ismail Ajant Shinwari just said, can we just go upstairs just in case? Front foot's absolutely fine, nothing wrong with that. And I also think at the other end, I'm not even sure who appealed. Keep your eyes on Malanta here. It'd be interesting to see if there was an appeal. But absolutely fine, so Shinwari just wanted to double check it. Not out will be the NPay umpire decision pending decision on screen. 18 balls left. Tiger at the crease. What can they get to? Neesham wants his wicket. Hammered away. But protection out there. Well placed deep backward point.
It is quite difficult now, isn't it, for the square leg umpire, because they don't stand in line with that popping crease anymore because of the run-out camera. Years and years ago, they used to stand directly in line and they would have to make that decision. Now they've almost got to get out of the path So when there is an appeal, you can almost understand them going upstairs.
Yeah, that's to avoid blocking off our cameras to give the best possible chance of the correct decision. There's Rashid Riaz, definitely a couple of yards behind square, isn't he? I just didn't see an appeal. That's why I was surprised they went up to the third umpire. You need an appeal, remember? Into the slot, one Kiwi to the other. Kuggelein gets a good piece of it, but he'll feel as though he's missed out there.
He's going to think, come on, Scott, you need a boundary here, otherwise this fella's going to run you ragged.
When we were looking at that replay of them running the 3, that was Dependra's. We were looking at that replay of them running the 3. That was Dependra's.
नहीं मन खेला कलर हमारा पता है तब हम चलते हैं यार